Probably at a very early age. I remember having some vinyl 45 singles as a 4 or 5 year old of German Schlager, and that made me just dance and sing along with it. So that was probably the first exposure to it, where I realized, wow, that energizes me, and that energy kind of transferred into that. With music, I never get tired of. I can always do it, always play it. Unlike other things where I'm done with that. Music, I can work all night, all day. And that's why I love it so much. Could have been probably any other instrument, but it happens that there was a guitar lying around in my parents' home, which nobody ever played, but I discovered it, and so I started on it. But now in retrospect, I must admit that the guitar is a great instrument because you can take it with you anywhere and play chords, you can play music, solos, it's not like a piano that's too heavy to carry around. The saxophone is great, but you can only play melodies with it. And the guitar has so many variables too, from classical, if you play rock and roll, you can make it sing, scream, laugh, so it's a really expressive instrument. I love it. The first resonance I got, from my elementary school concerts, I felt that excitement first of all, like playing in front of an audience. I was never really nervous, I was anxious, so maybe I was born for the stage, I don't know. But then having my high school band, we were kind of a team, and then later on touring, playing in studios. I ended up having a record deal in Germany and played on TV shows there. Then I moved to America and played with great shows, also the Grammys, and Tonight shows, toured. So it's been a really exciting life, where you meet a lot of interesting and talented people, and that's pretty exciting. My advice is to check out many styles of guitar playing, but also other kinds of music and art. And you don't really have to nail them, but understand the concept of them, and then implement these influences into your own style. And that's actually very important, to be able to simulate certain styles, but also create your own voice. Technical skills, they come with time. I remember when I was a kid, I always wanted to play fast, and a lot of the professionals told me, take your time, that will come, just keep practicing. Don't rush that process, because that will make you sloppy in the long run. So in the meantime, while you work on your proficiency, work on expression, style, phrasing, rhythms. That is really important. That makes all the difference in a professional career. So one thing is, you should get used to rejection. I mean, I auditioned for many things where I thought I did great and I didn't get the gig, and a lot of times you can question yourself, oh, what should I have done better? But there's actually many other variables in this process, where it's, as superficial as it might sound, can be the look, can be a certain style that is you cannot really play convincingly, although you did a good job. It's maybe not your nature. It's also good to recognize yourself, that gig might not be really my kind of gig. So this can happen too. And a lot of times there is, and actually natural, a little bit of nepotism involved in the music scene. Although they're open auditions, they already kind of made up their mind of like, hey, my friend's really good, let's have them, but let's check out some other people for the future. So it means they might hire their friend, but they register you, but you didn't get the gig this time, but maybe next time what the friend can do, they're gonna call you. Well, that happens a lot, actually. My godmother, she was amazing. She always supported me, and she always said, do what you love doing, because that will make you happy in your life. And I'm a parent. I want my child to be safe and do something that I don't have to worry about. So my dad, typical dads, I guess, learn something serious. You can always do music on the side. And I always said, if I do that, I will never be serious about music. And my godmother was always the one who encouraged me and supported me when I needed it. Yes, I actually have made most of my dreams come true. And when I was a kid, you are much more naive, dreaming these big things. I want to do this, I want to play music in America professionally, and this all happened in touring. And it's interesting, when you're older, you don't dream as naively anymore, so you're more realistic, and just never give up dreaming, set yourself goals, and be naive again. You know, you're like, I told myself I want to win the Grammys, and all of a sudden we're nominated for the Grammys and played the Grammys, because I told myself what would be the most outrageous goal to have, and I just verbalized it, and it somewhat happened. It would be Frank Zappa. I find Frank Zappa, first of all, one of the most underrated guitar players, extremely creative, extremely innovative. But not only that, he is an amazing composer who could compose modern 20th century classical music like Edgar Varese, but also write heavy metal music, punk music, funny bits. And he was just a master, and to be in a jam session with him and just have a little spark of inspiration by him would have been great. Well, as I mentioned earlier, it's just setting new goals, dreaming up new dreams. But another interesting observation is too remembering old dreams that you put aside because you were busy with other career things going, and you forgot about them because other things were going well. You know, sometimes, for instance, I always wanted to record my solo nylon string album, and I just never really had the time because I was busy with other things. And now I have the time, and I'm recording it at the moment. I wish I would have been a better listener to certain advice from professionals. Simple example, you know, playing in rock and roll bands, you know, being 5 minutes late did not matter. But once I got into the bigger professional show business, I realized really quickly being on time and reliable is a very important thing. So I had to learn it, listening to professionals that have more experience. Well, as I said before, I'm very interested in all sorts of other things people have passion for. Not only in the arts, it could be also business, but dance, cooking even, you know. Cooking is like a composition, and VRLU is such a great platform. You have insights of people's passions, what motivates them, and this is very inspiring, and I hope I can apply that to my creative process. I thought it was a great experience. We used the term flawless, what is interesting to verbalize things that I don't even think about anymore that much. That I just do second nature and trying to convey them, so hopefully people who see that will also take something from it. In this day and age, VRLU is an exceptional platform and so unique that has not been there before, so the viewer has a chance to really dive deep into methods and styles and approaches of amazing talent from all over the world. So I hope you can get a lot out of it.